this campaign because access to social security in Australia is not a privilege, it is a human right. The ParentsNext program as it currently operates is incompatible with human rights. ParentsNext endangers the lives of women and children. ParentsNext must be made voluntary. The Australian government must remember its legal obligations to single parents and their children. I am proud to deliver this petition today. Thank you to everyone who signed it. We stand together.
We gladly accept the petition and undertake to table it in the Senate. We've started the hearing into ParentsNext today, the Senate hearing, and already this morning we've heard some devastating accounts of the impact of ParentsNext on people participating. The control over parents, and let's face it, we're talking about 90% of the participants are women. So we've heard of some very distressing evidence of the control over women's lives and the impact it's having on women and their children. We have to remember that these are parents looking after children. So we will be hearing from people throughout the day about the ParentsNext program and reporting at the end of March, and then tabling the petition when we're sitting at the beginning of April.
Can I thank, on behalf of Labor, can I thank Ella and everyone who signed this petition for the work that they've put in around this campaign, and I also want to thank the various witnesses that we've had before us at today's inquiry. Labor and the Greens worked together to get this inquiry up through the Senate, and we share many of the concerns that Rachel has outlined. What's been very clear today is that there's some very compelling evidence about the impact that this program is having on single parents. You know, I know from my own life that single parents are some of the busiest, hardest working, most committed, caring people in the community, and yet they're now being subject to a program that is very blunt in its application and exercises a form of control over single parents that many of them are trying to escape in the first place. So Labor particularly has concerns about the application of a very blunt compliance framework to this program, and we'll certainly be taking into account the evidence that we're receiving today in forming our own position on this program going forward. So again, thank you to all of the witnesses and everyone who's been involved in this campaign.
Now hear from Terese from the National Council of Single Mothers and Children.
Thank you. Well, today I actually feel optimism and hope, and I see that there's a bit of brightness in this very sort of dark program because we are looking into it. There is a sense that change can happen, and I particularly thank everyone who is appearing. I thank Ella, I thank the senators, and now we must change this horrible, horrible penalty compliance regime, and let's actually acknowledge, support and salute the women who are doing an amazing job with little resources and raising their family. Thank you.
And now Alexander North from the Australian Unemployed Workers Union.
The Australian Unemployed Workers Union has been working with single mothers in ParentsNext and gathering stories of their experiences. We stand for basically, parenting is work. This is an ongoing attack on welfare recipients we've seen, not just within the ParentsNext program, but in the broader sort of social security system. And the Australian Unemployed Workers Union would like to thank Ella Buckland for all her amazing work, and for the people who spoke today, particularly Ross. We appreciate that. We're going to continue to fight this and stand up for people who are doing work and who deserve social security. Thank you.
Finally, we have the wonderful Squire from the Good Shepherd.
Hello. Good Shepherd Australia New Zealand supports pre-employment programs for mothers and for other groups to re-enter or enter the labour market. However, ParentsNext is not a program that we can support. It is targeting the most time-poor demographic in Australia. The link between the program and the targeted compliance framework is something that is doing enormous damage to women and their children. We stand today with other NGOs and service providers in asking for this program to be decoupled from the TCF.
Thank you so much. Any questions?
Murray, would a Labor government make ParentsNext voluntary for participants?
Well, we'll certainly be considering that in the run-up to the election, and as I say, the evidence that we've received today will inform our position. I'm not the Shadow Minister, so it's not for me to sort of commit Labor to any particular position, but we've certainly heard some very compelling evidence about both the TCF and the mandatory nature of this program.
I appreciate you're not the Shadow Minister, but could we expect to hear a policy before the election?
I would imagine so, yes.
Okay, we need to get back to the hearings, so if you'll excuse us, we'll get back to hearing from all our witnesses. Thank you.
Thanks very much.